Arise, ye workers, from your slumbers. Arise, ye prisoners of want. For reason and revolt now thunders, and at last ends the age of cant. Away with all your superstition, servile masses, arise, arise. We'll change henceforth the old tradition, we'll spurn the dust to win the prize. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationality unites the human race. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationality unites the human race. No more deluded by reaction, on tyrants only will make war. The soldiers too will take strike action, they'll break ranks, they'll fight no more. And if those cannibals keep trying to sacrifice us to their pride, they soon shall hear the bullets flying. We'll shoot the generals on our own side. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationality unites the human race. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationality unites the human race. No Saviour from on high delivers, no faith have we in Prince of Peer. Our own right hand the chains must shiver, chains of hatred, greed and fear. There the thieves will out with their booty, and give to all a happier lot. Each at the forge must do their duty, and will strike while the iron is hot. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationality unites the human race. So comrades, come rally, and the last fight let us face. The Internationality unites the human race. The Internationality unites the human race.
With a class of proletarians we have unbounded strength and fire. But today we're enslaved and our very lives are up for hire. To end this degradation, the party to conscious revolutionary action does aspire. Round the teachings of Lenin we must constantly unite. He taught that the working class needs a party of new type, a party professional and disciplined that can organize the revolution, and for this unfailingly we fight. The founding of the party is a great historic landmark. Grasping Marxism, Leninism, the party leads the British working class on the path of the great October Revolution. This path is the only path for the proletarians of the world. A class in each country produces diamonds so bright. Its best sons and daughters who are prepared to give their life to building the party of the working class, to lead the broad masses in the revolutionary fight. The Revolutionary Communist Party of Britain, Marxist-Leninist, is the head to direct the blows of the working class's clenched fist. It points out the enemy and unites the mass against the class of exploiters, the British monopoly capitalist class. The founding of the party is a great historic landmark. Grasping Marxism, Leninism, the party leads the British working class on the path of the great October Revolution. This path is the only path for the proletarians of the world. Fighting youth of a country, take up the task close at hand. The future lies with the working class and with the youth of every land. Oh, youth, wherever the fight is, voice of the youth is the news. No revolution is the battle. CYV is the crimson flag. The rich attempt to divide us, for united we are strong. Oh, for one and one for all, as we are as a song. Oh, youth, wherever the fight is, voice of the youth is the news. Oh, revolution is the battle. CYV is the crimson flag. Imperialists want to use us as cannon fodder in their wars. We'll stay the hands of these murderers, wrenching the peace worth fighting for. Oh, youth, wherever the fight is, voice of the youth is the youth. Oh, revolution is the battle. CYV is the crimson flag. CYV!
The Lords of Labour, they put together the bankrupt schemes to keep us down. Their message to the working class is to cringe before the rich man's frown. They say that it's in the whole country's interest to tighten our belts and make no demands, but they speak for the class that exploits us and rules us, and we must get them off our hands. Our labour power is all we have, we must sell it at the rich man's price. This system is called wage slavery, but democracy sounds a bit more polite. They say that if our wage increases, the prices will rise to compensate, but the only ones who receive compensation are capitalist vampires who suck out our life. Proposal attempts to make the working class pay for the capitalist crisis. Proposal attempts to make the working class pay for the capitalist crisis. The capitalists fight with one another to corner the market and divide up the world. The quest for maximum profit is the cause of war. and puts us on the door. Their greed leads them into a crisis they try to resolve with a more fascist state. Our struggles against the whole capitalist system shall strike at the fascists as well as the cuts. Oppose all attempts to make the working class pay for the capitalist crisis. Oppose all attempts to make the working class pay for the capitalist crisis.
Mac did you see him as he come down the gorgie? A walk of the lamb along north of the Tay. Now yon man is coming and the whole town is turning it. We're all sure he'll win back to Glasgow the day. The Jiners and Hadders on are marching for Clydebank. Come on and hear him, he'll be our Francie by. Darn it, Jock and Jimmy, leave your crans and your muckle ganches. Great John McLean's coming home to the Clyde. Argyle Street in London roads, the route we are marching. Lads fae the broom are here to a man. Hey Neil, where's your hardrums? You big heel and shifter, get your pipes mate and march at the head of the clan. Hello, Pat Malone, and you the sun. Red and the green, lad, will wear side by side. Garbles is his the day, and Glasgow belongs to him. The great John McLean's coming back to the Clyde. Forward to Glasgow Green, we'll march in good order. We'll get his banner, well, that boy isn't he blade. Hey there, man, there's Johnny New, that's him, the body fetter. Lennon's his fear, lad, and Lee met his mate. Accent when he's speaking, Bob will mind what he said here. Glasgow City and the whole the same. Guy, lad, the Scarlet's funny, he's tae heel and Shawnee. Great John McLean's coming home to the Clyde. Ah, well, when it's finished, I'm away back to Springburn. Come home to your tea, John, we'll soon have you fed. It's hard work, the speaking, I'm sure he'll be tired tonight. Sleep on the flare now and gie John the bed. The whole city's quiet now, it kens that he's resting. At him where's Glasgow friends, their fame and their pride. The Reds will be warmer, lad, and Scotland will march again. The great John McLean has come home to the Clyde.
Up every morning at 5, it's a wonder that we're still alive. Stretching and yawning in this cold morning, it's back to the dreary old drive. And it's poverty, poverty knocks. Illumined it is saying all day. Poverty, poverty knocks. Gaffers too skinny to pay. Poverty, poverty knocks. All is one eye on the clock, and I know I can guckle when I hear me shuttle. Go poverty, poverty knocks. Oh dear, I'm going to be late. Gaffer is stood on the gate. I'll be out of pocket, me wages he'll dock it. I'll have to buy bread on the slate. Sometimes a shuffle flies out and gives some poor weaver a clout. There she lies bleeding with nobody heeding and no one to carry her out. And it's poverty, poverty knocks. Illumined is saying all day. Poverty, poverty knocks. Gaffers too skinny to pay. Poverty, poverty knocks. All is one eye on the clock, and I know I can guckle when I hear me shuttle. Go poverty, poverty knocks. Tatler should fettle me loom, but he'd rather sit on his bum. He's far too busy a-courting our Lizzie, and I cannot get him to come. Our Lizzie's so easily led, I think that he takes her to bed. She used to be skinny, now look at her pinny. I think it were time they got wed. And it's poverty, poverty knocks. Me loom it is saying all day. Poverty, poverty knocks. Gaffers too skinny to pay. Poverty, poverty knocks. All is one eye on the clock, and I know I can guckle when I hear me shuttle. Go poverty, poverty knocks.
You noble diggers all, stand up now, stand up now. You noble diggers all, stand up now. The wasteland to maintain, seen cavaliers by name, your digging does maintain, and persons all defame. Stand up now, stand up now. Your houses they pull down, stand up now, stand up now. Your houses they pull down, stand up now. Your houses they pull down to fright your men in town, but the gentry must come down, and the poor shall wear the crown. Stand up now, diggers all. With spades and hoes and ploughs, stand up now, stand up now. With spades and hoes and ploughs, stand up now. Your freedom to uphold, seen cavaliers are bold, to kill you if they could, and rights from you to hold. Stand up now, diggers all. The gentry are all round, stand up now, stand up now. The gentry are all round, stand up now. The gentry are all round, on each side they are found, their wisdom so profound, to cheat us of our ground. Stand up now, stand up now. The lawyers they conjoin, stand up now, stand up now. The lawyers they conjoin, stand up now. To arrest you they advise, such fury they devise. The devil in them lies, and hath blinded both their eyes. Stand up now, stand up now. The clergy they come in, stand up now, stand up now. The clergy they come in, stand up now. The clergy they come in and say it is a sin that we should now begin our freedom for to win. Stand up now, diggers all. 'Gainst lawyers and 'gainst priests, stand up now, stand up now. 'Gainst lawyers and 'gainst priests, stand up now. For tyrants they are both, even flat against their oath. To grant us they are loath, free meat and drink and cloth. Stand up now, diggers all. The club is all their law, stand up now, stand up now. The club is all their law, stand up now. The club is all their law, to keep poor men in awe, but they no vision saw, to maintain such a law. Stand up now, diggers all.
"1919 was the year the trouble all went down. The Defence of the Realm Act was invoked by the Crown. They imposed martial law upon old Limerick town. They made the local people foot the bill. The local Trades and Workers' Council met for 12 long hours and said, we will not recognise the British Army's powers. This city is the people's, we reclaim it now as ours. It ever was and shall be ever still. We are the Limerick, so be it. We only answer to the people's plea. We care no more for their martial law than the British Army curse for you and me. Than the British Army curse for you and me. Printing workers laboured through the darkness of the night towards the population to resist the army's might. Within 2 hours the city walls proclaimed a general strike, and Limerick responded to the call.
Workers in their thousands were parading through the streets. The Irish Times was horrified and called for their defeats. For the people were in charge now, not the army or elites. So they held the torch of freedom for us all. We are the Limerick Soviets. We only answer to the people's plea. We care no more for their martial law than the British Army cares for you and me. Than the British Army cares for you and me. The Soviet Limerick, it lasted 2 weeks long, a forgotten revolution overlooked by history's song. John Cronin and his strike committee's beacon has not gone. It lights the path to justice for us still. We are the Limerick Soviets. We only answer to the people's plea. We care no more for their martial law than the British Army cares for you and me. Than the British Army cares for you and me. We are the Limerick Soviets. We only answer to the people's plea. We care no more for their martial law than the British Army cares for you and me. Than the British Army cares for you and me. Than the British Army cares for you and me.
The ocean, far beyond this resistant rift, there's a man who is father of the Indo-Chinese people, and his name it is Ho Chi Minh. Ho 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 Chi Minh, ho 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 Chi Minh. From Vietnam to the Saigon Delta, from the mountains and the plains below, young and old workers present at the toil and tread, and farmers fight for freedom with Uncle Ho. Ho 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 Chi Minh, ho 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 Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh was a deep-sea sailor, served his time out in the 7 seas. Work and hardship were part of his early education. Exploitation is ABC. Ho 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 Chi Minh, ho 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 Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh came back from sailing, and he looked on his native land. Saw the want and the hunger of the Indo-Chinese people, pouring soldiers on every hand. Ho 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 Chi Minh, ho 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 Chi Minh. Ho Chi Minh went to the mountains, and they formed a determined band. Heroes all sworn to liberate the Indo-Chinese people, drive invaders from the land. Ho 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 Chi Minh, ho 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 Chi Minh. 40 men became 100,000 and Ho Chi Minh. Forged and tempered the army of the Indo-Chinese people, freedom's army of Viet Minh. Ho 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 Chi Minh, ho 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 Chi Minh. Every soldier is a farmer. Come the evening, he grabs his hoe. Comes the morning, he slings his rifle on his shoulder. That's the army of Uncle Ho. Ho 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 Chi Minh, ho 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 Chi Minh. From the mountains and the jungle, from the rice lands and the plain of reeds, march the men and the women of the Indo-Chinese army, planting freedom with victory seeds. Ho ho
be a band. Little sight come down from march the armies of Vietnam. And the Wednesdays, the fighters of the Indochina speak of peace and freedom and Ho Chi Minh. Ho, ho, Ho Chi Minh. Ho, ho, Ho Chi Minh. Ho!
The world is waking outside my window. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Drags my senses into the sunlight, for there are things that I must do. Wish me luck now, I have to leave you. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. With my friends now, up to the city. We're gonna shake the gates of hell. And I will tell them, we will tell them, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 that our sunlight is not for franchise, and wish the bastards drop down dead. Next time you see me, I may be smiling. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. I'll be in prison or on the TV. I'll say the sunlight dragged me here. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. And I will tell them, we will tell them, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 that our sunlight is not for franchise, and wish the bastards drop down dead. Next time you see me, I may be smiling. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. I'll be in prison or on the TV. I'll say the sunlight dragged me here. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Sometimes it seems to me that soldiers, while fighting on the battlefields, did not die. No longer they lie under the cold ground. but a white stork's flying free across the sky. They're still there from wars long ago forgotten, still flying there. I hear their mournful cries. Is that why I'm often feeling so sad and silent while looking at the skies? Forever flying, flying the tired scheme. Through the fog they make their weary way, and there within the wedge a small space, it may be a place for me one day. And amongst the other storks you'll see me sometimes, gliding like a ghost. You'll hear the sound of me calling like a bird under the grey clouds. To all of you I left upon the ground.
Stand up and sing, for victory will come. The banners of union assemble in the sun, and you'll be there beside me on the march. Then you'll see the banners and the singing bursting forth the dawn, whose coming we proclaim. Red as blood, its rays set us aflame. Stand up and fight, our hearts are all aflame. The new life is coming to put the past to shame. Your happiness is part of this our fight. 1,000 cries will rise into a clamor that will proudly sing, and we cannot be wrong. Freedom is the content of our song. Now is the time for the people to rise up in struggle and laughter. country is rising, its unity is strong. From north and south, they come to join the throng. From nitrate fields, the men are streaming in. From the forests in the south, they are together now. Their struggle has begun. The union foretells the shape of things to come. Stand up and sing in a million blending parts. The people will win, for the truth is in their hearts. Of steel our will, battalions we must build. Justice and reason will be our battle cry. Of the women too, their hearts are bold and brave, range beside the workers' mighty way. Now is the time for the people to rise up in struggle and utter their war cry. And el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. The people united will never be defeated.
Oh, joyous and fearless, audacious, invincible, come sing with us, comrades, a mighty battle song, forever remembered, adored by the masses, brave sons of workers and peasants of Spain. It is for our people, for Spain we must unite, for victory and freedom we'll win or die in the fight. Alive is the glory of those who have struggled. The whole world remembers the pause in the strife. Riega, Riega, we sing of your victory. Cause of your people, you lay down your life. It is for our people, for Spain we must unite. For victory and freedom, we'll win or die in the fight.
Whirlwinds of danger are raging around us, overwhelming forces of darkness assail. Still in the fight, the advancing before us, red flag of liberty that yet shall prevail then. Forward, ye workers, freedom awaits you, over the world, on land and on sea. On with the fight for the cause of humanity. March, march, ye toilers, and the world shall be free. Women and children in hunger are calling. Shall we be silent to their sorrow and woe? While in the fight see our brothers are falling. Up then united and conquer the foe then. Forward, ye workers, freedom awaits you, over the world, on land and on sea. On with the fight for the cause of humanity. March, march, ye toilers, and the world shall be free. Off with the crown of the tyrants of favor, down in the dust with prince and with fear. Strike off your chains, all ye brave sons of labor. Wake, wake, humanity, for victory is near. Then forward, ye workers, freedom awaits you, over the world, on land and on sea. On with the fight
awaits you over the world, on land and on sea. On with the fight for the cause of humanity. March, march, ye toilers, and the world shall be free.
Machines obey our every order. There is no flight our pilots do not dare. We form an iron ring above our border, the workers' first great squadrons of the air. Fly higher and higher and higher, our emblem the Soviet star, and every propeller is roaring, defending the USSR. Fly higher and higher and higher, our emblem the Soviet star, and every propeller is roaring, defending the USSR. From Moscow to our farthest borders, we have countless towns both great and small, and the name we give each worker comrade is to us the proudest name of all. Everywhere our life is wide and joyous, like the Volga flowing in the spring. To the young, the road to life lies open. To the old, great happiness we bring. Soviet land, so dear to every toiler, peace and progress fill the hopes on thee. There's no other land the whole world over, where man walks the earth so proud and free.
one of those dogged old men who live in the past, telling stories you don't want to know about how it was then. The hunger, the hardship, the hopes and the struggles of so long ago, and we must have looked bored, for like sparks from the cinders, his eyes glowed with anger, his words seemed to burn. He said, I will be heard, for my life is not over. I've something to say yet, you've something to learn. He said, you who have nothing at all to believe in, you whose motto is money comes first, who are you to tell us that our lives have been wasted and all that we fought for has turned into dust? I was only a lad when we read that in Russia the workers, the Soviets, had taken all power, and the man they called Lenin who led them was our inspiration. His triumph was our finest hour, and I'll always remember how fear shook the wealthy like thieves who have just been caught out in their crime. But we who had known only war and the workhouse rejoiced that a new world was born at that time. You can't know what it meant, and the pride that we felt to know working people, people like us, could shake off the shackles, could topple the palaces, remake the world without ruler or boss. It was this kept us going, this dream of a new world, through all those dark years of defeat and despair, when we who are proud to proclaim ourselves communists fought for that world free from hunger and fear. It was down with the means test, no cuts in our wages, we want £3 a week and a 7-hour day, and there wasn't a thing that we got, but we fought for it. Don't you know bosses give nothing away? And the strikes and the marches, the battles to beat off the bailiffs and coffers when hope was still young. Hot heads and hot hearts as we tested our power, the workers triumphant, and that was our song. For a time he was silent and lost in his memories. Then, but more softly, his words came again. Perhaps we hoped for too much, perhaps the cost was too much. There are things I know now that I couldn't know then. We believed revolution was just round the corner, and we were the vanguard to bring it about. And the other left parties we classed as class traitors, bourgeois social fascists, of that we no doubt. And then the times changed, we campaigned for the Popular Front. The old line might never have been, but we led the workers in combating fascism, Mosley in London and Franco in Spain. We believed we were history's chosen, and Soviet Russia, our future, our heart and our soul. And the 5-year plan was a vision of plenty for us who'd lived half of our lives on the dole. We knew of the trials and purges, of course, and were shocked when we heard those old comrades confess. But yes, we defended the first worker state in the face of the slander and lies of the press. And you who have nothing at all to believe in, you whose motto is money comes first, who are you to tell us that our lives have been wasted and all that we fought for has turned into dust? You may think we were duped. Well, we paid for our dreams, broken lives, broken marriages, jobs lost and jail. Some lost heart and left, some betrayed us for medals. There are always some turncoats whose souls are for sale, but the best of us never surrendered our vision, and we kept the faith through the bleakest defeat. Do you think that was easy? Surrounded by hatred, the sneer of indifference, the hurt of deceit, and our lives were made rich by the cause that we fought for, the friendship, the fellowship, sharing one aim, to transform society, end exploitation, and that day will come yet, though not in my time. And again he was silent, and what could we tell him? That the world now was different, that he'd had his day, that an old man's dreams were not our concern. But still, there was something he wanted to say. Now, when I look back, I see what we fought against: homelessness, hunger, injustice and war. But what did we fight for? What dream did we strive for? I used to know once, now I'm no longer sure. But you who have nothing at all to believe in, you whose motto is money comes first, who are you to tell us that our lives have been wasted and all that we fought for has turned into dust. He was one of those lonely old men who live in the past, telling stories you don't want to know about how it was then. The hunger and hardship, the hopes and the struggles of so long ago.